so many great things going on the last few weeks. Our financial literacy event was last week. We had a great turnout. 50 plus people in the building. We went over a lot of great information, so I want to break down some of the topics we went over in a couple YouTube videos. So one of the topics that we went over was saving money. If you want to be an entrepreneur, start a business, you're going to have to learn how to save some money. So now saving money is a very important task that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to allocate funds for whatever business venture you want to create. So now, how are you going to start saving some money, right? So the first step of saving some money, and the easiest step, or what people feel like may be easy, but it isn't, it's hard, we all struggle with it, is to create a budget for yourself. You won't be able to create a budget for yourself till you're able to break down your monthly expenses. Now, if you can break down your monthly expenses on what you're spending every month, it'll be able to give you an idea of how much money do you need to shell out to live, and also give you an idea of a couple of the things that you're going to need to cut out of your expenses. Let me give you an example. Most people that work live paycheck to paycheck. We live in New York. I'm from New York. New York is a very expensive state to live in. So most people live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because people work to live. So they work to just pay their bills, and whatever little bit of money they have, they just spend it or splurge it on items that they don't need. So now, what I want you to do in the first step of this budget plan that we're going to talk about today is to go over the last 90 days on what you spent for the last 3 months. I want you to go over exactly everything that you spent. Use your credit card statement and your debit card statement and put them together, and go over how much money you shelled out and what you shelled out money on. That's step one. Step two, I want you to be able to break down what your monthly bills are and what are the things you absolutely need. Like gas, like food, like your monthly bills, like your utility. And I want you to break that down and create that list. So we're going to have the last 90 day statements with lists on how much you spent on the left. And on the right, we're going to have the upcoming month and what are your exact necessities. I want you to compare those two numbers. Chances are they're going to be really different because we spend so much money on a daily basis that we don't use, that we don't need to necessarily use or have. We do it on wants, we do it on addictions, we do it on splurges, we do it on sometimes emotions. So now, in order for you to be able to save money, you're going to have to create this new budget. And you're going to have to cut out some things. I personally cut out my cable. I noticed that I'm always at work and I'm never really home, and I don't think paying $200 for Verizon Fios is worth watching one show a week. I didn't think so, so I cut out my cable. That now in the last 6 months has saved me $1,200. That's just an example on what something you may be able to cut out that you don't necessarily need. Let's do our credit card bills and our credit card payments. You don't want your credit card bills, you don't want to be constantly charging things that you don't need. So you're going to have to sacrifice some things along the way. For instance, I remember myself, and I'm going to use my own personal life examples. I remember when I was working and doing my first business venture, around 20 to 21, there was a whole winter that I went without buying a winter coat. Yes, I would put hoodies on top of hoodies. And it's not that I didn't have the money to buy a winter coat. I had about, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000 I was saving. I had money to go buy a coat. But my dreams and my goals and what I was trying to achieve was more important than me spending money on a coat that winter. So I went a whole winter and saved every penny. I literally ate Chinese food every day because it was like the cheapest type of food I could find. So I budgeted myself to be able to save that kind of money. And whatever money I did use, whatever money that I did make, I tried to allocate it to whatever I needed, absolutely needed. Anything that was a want, hair, nails, I remember I went weeks without doing my nails. Whatever was a want, I cut it out. So now with your upcoming budget, I want you to do that. And I want you to then send me back some feedback. I want you to break up your monthly expenses, and I want you to compare it to the last 90 days, and I want you to cut out 2 to 3 things that you may want but not necessarily need, and I want you to message me back, whether it's here, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook. Everything, all my social media handles is at Miss Carmen Mohan, and I want you to give me examples on how you're saving your money and how you're going to be able to start your entrepreneurship route. Okay, so I want you guys to reach back out to me. Thank you guys so much, and good luck.